One of USL League One's most intense rivalries takes center stage tonight as forward Madison welcomes Union Omaha in a battle of two sides trying to turn the tides on their 2025 seasons. Tonight's broadcast presented by Dairyland Insurance. Let's take a look at the USL League One table entering today as you see both squads not where they want to be, especially considering the recent history of these teams. Forward Madison 1-1-6, sitting just below the playoff line, and Union Omaha, the reigning champions, dead last in the league. 5 points on the season, just one win so far for Dominic Casciano's side. Let's welcome in my broadcast partner, Ross Davenport. Ross, 6 straight draws for Forward Madison. That is a League One record.
It's been a weird run because they're not losing games, but they're also not winning games. As you mentioned, there's 6 straight draws, 9 games in all competitions without a win. March 29th was the last time they scored more than 1 goal, but they've also not allowed more than 1 goal since an opening 2-0 loss to Richmond. Now, looking to get the offense going tonight for Madison is Derek Gephardt, the 29-year-old all-time appearance and assist leader for Madison in his 5th season with the club. Off to a solid start, 4 goals in league play, comes in rested, did not play against Chattanooga in the Jaeger Cup last week, and a goal tonight for Derek Gephardt. But also try Christian Cheney for the Madison all-time goals lead, so a lot of emphasis for him tonight.
Meanwhile, Union Omaha 1-4-2 on the season. One of those 2 draws came back on May 3rd, a 0-0 draw against Forward Madison.
It did. It wasn't a pretty one. Omaha failed to register a shot on goal out of their 13 total shots. Madison only had 2 shots on target themselves. 19 crosses to Madison 8. Josue Gomez 9 touches in the Madison box, but somehow no shots on target. They're winless in 6 straight in all competitions, but have a little bit of sympathy for them. They only played 2 games at home all year.
16th meeting between these 2 rivals. Forward Madison, Union Omaha. We'll have lineups and kickoff for you coming up after this. You're watching USL League One action presented by Dairyland Insurance.
Come see how Dairyland fits your life. With affordable car insurance that fits your budget. And 24/7 customer service that fits your schedule. Even if you have coverage lapses or a bumpy driving history, we've got you covered. For 70 years, we've been helping people just like you get the car insurance they need. So why wait? Contact Dairyland today.
Getting the exact vehicle you want is easy at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton. Come in and sit down with one of our sales professionals and build the Volkswagen you want. Pick all the features, order it, and then sit back and relax, knowing you're getting your dream vehicle. The best things in life are worth waiting for after all. Check out our selection online or in person. With new vehicles arriving every day, your perfect Volkswagen could already be waiting for you at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton.
The USL on CBS is presented by Best Western Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel partner of the United Soccer League. Just about set for Forward Madison and Union Omaha, presented by Dairyland Insurance. Always intriguing when these 2 rivals square off, especially with both squads trying to turn around their seasons. All right, Ross, let's dive into the starting 11s brought to you by the Madison Concourse Hotel.
3 changes for Matt Glazer from that draw in the Jaeger Cup last week at Chattanooga. Algo Jackson, Dietrich, and Devin Boyce both injured. Juan Glindres is on the bench. In come Jose Carrera Garcia. He played a half off the bench last week. Luca Dorado, he gets his first League One start on loan from Birmingham. And obviously we mentioned him in the open, Derek Gephardt up top.
And for Union Omaha, Los Bujos coming on the road looking for 3 points. So look at the starting 11 for Dominic Casciato.
Similar setup for Dom Casciato and Union Omaha. 3-4-3-2 changes from their loss 2 weekends ago. They had the week off last week. Out go Holt, and in come Cello Martinez. His first start after missing almost a month out injured. Dion Eichhoff on the right. Pato Botello Faz, he's on the bench. He hasn't played a pro game since 2023 for Las Vegas. We'll have to see if he manages to get on the pitch tonight.
Ross, you referenced Cello Martinez, former forward Madison man. He's returning after suffering an injury. His last appearance was against forward Madison back on May 3rd. Missed the last 4 matches, and he's available today. Let's take a look at the keys to today's match, brought to you by UBS.
Yeah, for Madison, we spoke to Matt Glazer. He said, listen, they've had 90% good performances, starting to get a little healthier now. Just turn that promise into production. The injuries have plagued them. No Devin Boyce tonight, we mentioned. Obviously, it'll be key to get this raucous crowd into it. As for Omaha, tidy up in both boxes. That Dom Casciato said they've been sloppy at both ends. As mentioned in the open, didn't have a shot on goal in that meeting here last month. Going to get things going, especially in the offensive end. Plenty of possession, plenty of chances, just haven't turned them into goals.
Forward Madison and Union Omaha tied for dead last in the league in goals this season. Just 7 goals scored for Forward Madison and Union Omaha. Forward Madison at 1-1-6 on this season, unbeaten in 7 straight.
Both teams in desperate need of 3 points here. Obviously too early to say a must-win situation, John, but 3 points here would be crucial for either of these two teams to try and turn their seasons around. Still plenty of time to go. Obviously, you mentioned how much Omaha has spent on the road already this season. If they can pick up 3 points here, huge.
Still waiting for the whistle from our match referee, Mohamed Kalea. And now he's headed out there. See what's going on. th all-time meeting. Forward Madison leads the series 4-3-8 all-time against Union Omaha, one of League One's most intense rivalries. This Midwestern duel, the Battle of the Birds, the Mingos versus the Owls, underway on CBS Sports Golazo Network. John Gross, Ross Davenport, happy to have you along for the ride today. And an early throw-in out of the way.
The crowd still filing in here to Bree Stevens. Certainly one of the best venues, not in USL League One, Johnny, mostly all of the USL, I think. Intimate venue.
Capacity 5,000. It's a venue that opened back in 1926 and is on the National Register of Historic Places. Forward Madison coming off of a 1-1 draw and a penalty kick shootout loss against Chattanooga Red Wolves in the Jaeger Cup play. That followed a 1-1 draw against Portland back on May 24th. We touched on these team struggles so far this season. Forward Madison has been plagued by some pretty notable injuries as Eichhoff races ahead. The veteran Dion Eichhoff waiting for some assistance, and Chalaka muscles him off of it.
One thing to make note of, Anderson Holt wasn't listed in the starting lineup for Omaha and is in there at left center back. So I'm not sure who we're missing. On the Omaha side of things, we'll update you in a second about that. It's supposed to be a Wusu. Milanese and Coleman back there.
Eichhoff skies it in, no trouble for Burn Shipman. Now we did just receive word on what you just mentioned, Ross. Anderson Holt at the start of the match was subbed on for Brent Coleman. So a late swap for somebody in Coleman who had played every minute of every match that he had played this season. And number 14, Brent Coleman, cannot come in. He's done. His night is over.
There's been an injury in warm-ups. Coleman made a mistake last week that led to a goal.
Veteran of MLS, now in USL League One, his first season with Union Omaha, but it is Holt who heads on for his 4th appearance of the season.
2 weeks ago, sorry. Did not play last week. He had just misjudged the ball aerially, flicked off his head, went through for a goal.
It was Jake Kroll. And that made its way out for a throw.
Obviously, Madison missing their veteran center back, Mitch Osmond. He is listed on the bench. He's been injured for a few weeks now. Not sure if we'll see him. He was certainly questionable at best coming into this one, according to Matt Glazer.
There is Anderson Holt. And you mentioned the Madison injuries. That's been a key storyline this season for them, Ross. And one of the major reasons why this team has struggled. You look at Osmond, you look at Macias, you look at McLaughlin, both of whom are available today. They've been out for a significant time this season.
Yeah, they haven't been able to get any flow going in that starting lineup. We mentioned Boyce and Dietrich also out tonight. 18.
As Kroll steps into one. Kroll wins a corner, last off of Charlie Ostrom.
Like the ball from Jake Kroll. Center back spot, plenty of pace and almost too much pace. Madison playing to get on the end of it.
Corner kick number 1 for forward Madison. This corner kick brought to you by Canopy Wealth Management.
Dorado is in the vicinity. Former UCF man.
Native of Sao Paulo, Brazil, on loan from USL Championship side, Birmingham Legion. Viadar skies it in, and it's lifted out of play by Timmy Mell. Let's take a look at the injury report brought to you by UW Health.
Yeah, Madison, as you mentioned, starting to get a little healthier. They're certainly not healthy yet. Yes, Matt Glazer, he's obviously been dealing with these draws, and he's had a couple of seasons where he's had to deal with this amount of draws, but he said the injuries, this is the first time he's really had to deal with the injuries. You consider that perhaps these draws aren't too bad. Obviously, need a few more wins, just one so far. Obviously below the playoff line, but those draws have helped them to where they are. They're almost above that playoff line. Meanwhile, Omaha has the same amount of wins, and they're in last place.
For Omaha, this has been the worst start to a season in club history. It is a proud program, the only franchise to win multiple USL League One titles, including last year's championship, as Nico Brown keeps it in play. Brown, Owusu wins it back and then goes down.
Nico Brown from that left wing spot. It really is a true 3-4-3 for Madison. Damir Viadar and Nico Brown bombing down those wings. Good matchups on both sides to keep an eye on. Koff and Ostrom as well for Omaha. I do like to push forward, perhaps not quite as much as those two. Chelo Martinez, as mentioned, can be really key in this midfield with his creativity tonight. Keep things going.
Martinez, top 10 in the league in chances created, back-to-back seasons. Actually led the league last year in that category for a team that now in Union Omaha certainly needs more chances created.
With the amount of familiarity between these two squads, that's not a bit of shoving and pushing and shoving here. It's Wooten getting involved. And you wonder with the amount of familiarity whether that's been a reason these teams have had such stalemates over the years, well, especially the last couple here. 0-0 last month. Both teams had chances in that game, just as I mentioned, Omaha couldn't put one on target. Looking to remedy that situation tonight. An early goal here would certainly help things. These teams with these very similar formations cancelling each other out a little bit in that game last month. You see, Matt Glazer said he did tweak things a little bit last week in that cup loss, well, cup tie, and then the penalty kick loss to Chattanooga. So he's trying a few different things.
Again, a throw that was a 1-1 draw, lost in the shootout to Chattanooga Red Wolves, who have been one of the surprise teams in League One this season.
Yeah, 2-1 today already at home against Portland Hearts of Pine at the half.
Wooten. Ooh. That ball takes a weird deflection. Union Omaha pleading for a handball, and it is not granted.
There's some half-hearted appeals. Let's look at Matt Glazer. It's one of those ones. It was off the body and off the hand. Certainly more ball to hand than anything. A little clumsy. We've seen those given though, John.
Yes. moment like that and a match like this could be all the difference. The penalty kick is granted. Oh, what a lovely ball this is, but it's a bit heavy. Chris Garcia couldn't quite get there. We'll take a look back at this potential handball.
Yeah, I think it more came off his thigh and then his shoulders. You can see not everybody on the Omaha put their hand up. Certainly worth the shout, though. Don Casiata.
Here's Garcia. Casiato, who is no stranger to orchestrating turnarounds. If you look back to that 2023 season, his first year, as Max Schneider wins the free kick, Union Omaha had just 2 wins through 12 matches and proceeded to go 17-2-1 the rest of the way. 1-4-2 to start this season, but he knows how to right the ship.
Yeah, listen, I think Omaha fans aren't liking where they are right now, but as you mentioned, the amount of away matches they've played so far, they've been in every game pretty much. Get back home and obviously onto that very familiar Werner Park field. You know the points will start coming at some point. We'll see more league games this season. We'll have to make up as much with the Jägermeister Cup.
6 of the first 7 matches for Union Omaha on the road as Ors Navarro jockeys for it. And Kroll able to box out. By the way, Bernd Shipman getting the start today. There has been a keeper competition between Bernd Shipman and Wallace Lapsley, the former Union Omaha man, Wallace Lapsley. But Shipman gets the start today, his 4th start of the season.
Yeah, I think we've seen more and more teams doing this 2 goalkeeper thing. I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of it. As long as you've got 2 competent goalkeepers, I think it's okay. I think most coaches would love to just have that goalie they can pencil in on the lineup every time. So Greenville try it last season. They've gone back to the 1 goalie system this year. It's a nice challenge here. Certainly from behind, and a decent amount of contact. Send Dorado to the ground from Owusu, but not enough contact for referee Kalaya to pull the card out. I do like referees that keep the card in the pocket early, though. I think it has to be something pretty egregious to get yourself in the box in the book in the first 10 minutes.
I'm with you there, Ross.
It could change a game
Completely.
in a key position. Owusu in the back 3.
It also sets a precedent that the match referee has to follow the rest of the way.
Sometimes a warning is enough.
Right.
Players realize, hey, now I have to behave myself.
10 minutes through either side with inequality attacking chances to be expected. 2 sides who like to play on the ball. 2 squads who have struggled in that attacking third this season. Here's Kroll. Lifts one long. And a free kick on the way.
Samuel Owusu not happy with that one. He thought he'd poked it away between the legs with a little bit of contact. His face tells the story.
Not thrilled. First year Union Omaha man.
It's a very, very dangerous spot to give away a set piece in. Those of you familiar with League One back in the day know what Damien Viader can do from set pieces.
He won the 2021 Defensive Player of the Year with Union Omaha, won a championship with Union Omaha. One of 6 forward Madison players who previously played for Los Bujos, all 6 of whom won a league title with Union Omaha. So significant familiarity between these 2 sides.
Rich Osmond's target here, though, set pieces. Certainly key in these situations, the big man from Australia. He's on the pitch. We have some big boys back there, though.
It is Viader. Curls it in. Put it away. Akoff nods it out of danger. Here's Mel. Skies one into the area. And Nuhu pulls it in.
Nice delivery from Viader. Too much on it. Claim here. Rashid Nuhu. Original Omaha players. That would be a story if he went somewhere. We went to Madison down the road.
Oh, that would. Well, spoke to Dom Casciano about him earlier this season. He said he thinks at this point, Rashid Nuhu may be more important to the club than the Owl himself.
He's Mr. Union Omaha, that's for sure. One of those guys that every year you wonder, hey, is he going to take the step up to the next level? But obviously loves living in Omaha and playing for this squad.
Oh, well, this could be something. And oh my goodness! It's another midfield goal in USL League One. And it's Cello Martinez in his return to Madison against his former club.
What an early goal. What an early goal we got, John. Has Bryn Shipman not been watching USL highlights this season? How many times have we seen goalkeepers get beaten from distance? This was a good 45 plus yards. And it had to be a superb shot to beat Shipman because he was back there in a hurry. It was just too well struck by Cello Martinez. We knew he might be the difference maker tonight, but not in that fashion. Word. Stunned the crowd here at Bree Stevens.
Audacious, ambitious, but it's precise. And Cello Martinez, in his first match back, Ross, he has not played in over a month, does that.
Rust? This is the sort of goal this matchup needs. One would hope to open things up here a bit.
Another USL League One half-field goal. We've seen so many of these throughout the season. Jaden Onan had one for Naples against Chattanooga. We saw one in Westchester that was a Sports Center top 10 goal. Throw one other way. There's just something about this league and half-field goals.
We've obviously seen ones where the keeper has been too far out, but the Shipman got back there in time. It was just so well struck by Martinez that it just beat Shipman with its pace and precision.
So what a way to break through for Union Omaha. And it comes courtesy of the former forward Madison man. Cello Martinez, his first goal of the season. Casciano calls him one of the best midfielders in the league. I'd say that's a fair assessment for a guy who has been top 10 in the league in back-to-back seasons. Chances created.
Speaking of top 10s, you wonder if the people at Sports Center top 10 are like, another one? Is this the one we've already had? Is it a late submission? Absolute chaos.
Well, we just saw in Olympico last weekend the #1 play on Sports Center for USL League One. It was O'Connor from Naples who found the back of the net. This is over the top for Nico Brown. Brown goes down, and Owusu rolls it away.
Just lost his balance there, Nico Brown. Somewhere we're used to seeing him in the middle of the park, contending for an aerial ball.
Free kick on the way for forward Madison. This rivalry match. Union Omaha, the 1-0 edge on the half-field goal by Cello Martinez.
Madison certainly at the early edge in this match against the run of play. 70% possession so far for the men in light blue. Watch out.
Well, this is dangerous, a threatening chance here. Knocked away from Dorado.
Key interception there, or intervention, I should say, by Dion Acuff. Pinching him from his wing-back spot to help out. And Omaha backline making a bit of a mess of that.
It is a backline that has been a little bit leaky this season. Conventionally so. Has allowed the 4th most goals against average in the league this season.
Fun stat for you, John. After that goal, Union Omaha's XG .01. That tells you the chances of that goal going in for Cello Martinez. He'll tell you it should be higher. He said, listen, I'll score that goal 9 times out of 10.
Well, he clearly has the confidence. You need the confidence to even attempt a shot like that. As Brown slices inside, rolls it through, Owusu breaks it up. Centering feed for Brown. Brown flicks on, Gebhardt couldn't quite get there, and a goal kick coming for Rashid Nuhu.
Brown again coming into the center of the field to get more involved.
The flock out in full force.
It's Pride Night tonight. See all the colorful jerseys. Of course, listen, for Madison known for their colorful jerseys.
Yes, they actually had special Pride warm-up kits as well. Of course, during Pride Month, happy Pride Month. The flock makes this a raucous atmosphere. Had the chance to first watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Select matches will be available in Spanish throughout the rest of the season. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings.
How's your Spanish coming along, John?
Not great. Not great.
Not going to see you on TDN anytime soon? Me either. So.
We're in it together. We'll stick to the English version. Had the chance to chat earlier in the week with Rob Chappell, a prominent Forward Madison supporter, covers the team for Madison 365 and Forward Flock, Talking Flock podcast, just about the intensity of this rivalry. This ball stays loose. We'll get to that in a second. There's Dorado. Lifted into the area, over Gebhardt. Brown keeps it in play. Here's Dorado. Dorado, right at Nuhu, no trouble for the veteran.
Mentioned Dorado almost from Birmingham Legion. Shot from distance here. Rashid Nuhu think about it. He had good contact, just unfortunately was right at him. One start for Birmingham. So you're going to see significant minutes here. Madison. Careful. Ooh. Oops.
Getting testy in the first 20 minutes of this rivalry match.
He lost his balance and was trying not to step on him. From a distance, it certainly looked like he caught him somewhere. Let's see what Nicolaya does here. He's going to talk to Timmy Mel.
Mel in his third season with Forward Madison. Let's take a look back at our Dairyland replay.
So we can't tell from there when the whistle had gone. Carrera Garcia had it in his midsection, and if the whistle hadn't gone at that point, Mel's a little risky putting that foot in there. JCG didn't like it.
Here was Gomez, turned away by Chilaka. Gomez wins it back. Akoff now. Slips it in. Akoff's ball. Shipman off his line.
Shipman not the most confident of claims there. Got enough on it, thankfully, to get it away.
Free kick awarded to Union Omaha. You see Garcia, a perplexed look in his face. You mentioned Shipman. The heat of this starting goalkeeper battle. It's been Shipman in his fourth start of the season. Wallace Lapsley has made 5 starts this year. Matt Glazer, who was a former goalkeeper himself back in his playing days, said this has been a very competitive battle. Both guys have qualities they really like.
It's just the thing, though. If you're going to have competition during the week and you have a first half like Brent Shipman has had so far, do you go to the bench? Unlikely. If you're going to have true competition, you've had a first half like this. Obviously, we're barely halfway through, but it's not been the most competent first halves from Brent Shipman. See if he can redeem himself with a claim here, perhaps on the throw. Just going to go short.
Morris Navarro lifts it in. Bad dash for it, but will make its way out for a throw.
obviously only have the 1 win on the season. They've come back to get 4 draws after conceding the opening goal this season. Still plenty of time for the Ingos to get back into this one. They certainly had the edge in possession.
Wooten leaves it for Rakoff. Martinez. At that 14th minute, highlight reel goal for midfield. Wusu. Just down by Chalaka.
First sort of route one ball we've seen so far tonight. Obviously, neither of these teams with true number 9s, we should say, no target men. Ioannis, though, as a defender, you know that's an option for the other team at least.
We may see changes in the second half to bring on.
Yes, Juan Galindres certainly.
Galindres, McLaughlin available again. Gebhardt had an opportunity there, but Nuhu had it well played. That lack of a true striker, perhaps one of the reasons why Union Omaha has struggled in that attacking third this season. There's Akoff. Slips it central, easily disposed of. Does stay with Los Pujos.
You mentioned the addition of Pato Botello-Faz this week from Union Omaha, former original League One man with Lansing Ignite. Didn't really get things going in Detroit or Las Vegas. Chance to come back to League One. He scored 7 goals in 2019 for Lansing.
28 pro goals across his career, but he has not played since the 2023 season. Did not play pro soccer last year.
I'm sure he's knocking it about in the park on a Sunday afternoon somewhere, John.
Union Omaha hoping that he can be a difference maker up front. Akoff getting a talking to. Garcia.
Both of these teams do love the patient build-up. Most effective route one ball there.
I was going to say on cue. Two sides, the upper echelon of possession statistics in the league this season. But we have seen more and more teams with decreased possession numbers this season have an increase in goal numbers. Chattanooga certainly comes to mind. At the bottom of the league possession stats, but have been lethal on the attack this season.
Listen, those that have watched this league for a while will know what a transition, set-piece based league it is. Many coaches do come in and try to win them with the possession-based style to mixed results.
Viader rolls through, comes out to Garcia, still battles his way forward, and on frame, Nuhu turns it away. Second go, lifted out for a goal kick. Dorado, a couple of strikes at it, neither fall.
Getting into the right positions, Luca Dorado. This was very well struck on the half volley. Sting in the hands of Rashid, knew he was in the right spot. Asking for a handball there on the second attempt.
Need more than that to get past one of the all-time great goalkeepers in USL League One history. Two-time Golden Gloves winner, 2022 Goalkeeper of the Year. Garcia gives it away. Here's Brown. Viader Wide for Brown, now working that right flank. Brown floats it in. And a goal kick on the way for Nuhu.
A little better from Madison though. Quicker ball movement, getting up the field.
Select is proud to be the official matchball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big league, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice.
See, both of these teams just love to crowd the middle of the pitch, force one to force you wide. Both of these teams have offside. So the hand is up for an indirect free kick, but I'm not sure exactly what that was for.
We'll head the opposite direction. As you see John Murphy Jr., the native of Scotch Plains, New Jersey. Another one of those former Union Omaha players won the 2021 title with the Owls. One of 6 forward Madison players formerly of Union Omaha, all 6 of whom won league titles.
So Nick Glazer understands that he needs to get players that know how to succeed in this league. Makes complete sense to guys out on the free.
Awarded to forward Madison, but it's one of the points that Rob Chappell, we mentioned him earlier, of Talk and Flock and Madison 365, talked about the rivalry from the forward Madison perspective is that, hey, for forward Madison, it has been a slow climb to become one of the better teams in the league. Last year getting to the semis. Union Omaha fans haven't had to suffer. They, from the jump, were a successful club. 2 league championships already.
See, the stadium situation is a bit of a cloud sitting over them at the moment, but hopefully they get that sorted out sooner rather than later. Looked like they were on their way, and it's kind of gone to the wayside for now. Obviously, Werner Park, a big advantage for the Omaha team and the way they play.
And it's a venue that they have not played in very often this season. Just 1 home match on the year. It is somewhat typical for Union Omaha to play the majority of the early season matches on the road, but not to this level, Ross. Just 1 home match through the first 7. Actually, through the first 8 now.
It's helped the camaraderie, though. Coaches we talk to from the cold weather cities will say, hey, listen, I don't mind playing a decent amount of matches on the road to start the season, especially if you've added new talent. Get the team gelling with hours on a bus or a plane. Yeah, this is a bit of a crazy start for Dom Cascio. I'd love to have seen his face when he initially saw the schedule. 4th official, always in the wrong spots. You can hear it from both ears.
Just past 30 minutes into this one. A 1-0 lead for Union Omaha. On the half-field goal by Chelo Martinez in his return to Madison, in his return to the pitch for the first time since May 3rd against forward Madison. A Sports Center top 10 worthy finish.
You have to say, when you've played with a goalkeeper, perhaps know their tendencies a little bit. And they like to sit when the ball is in a certain spot on the pitch. But again, the strike was such quality. It had to be quality to beat Shipman. Just lob it over it. Powered it.
That ball kept in play. Chalaka is tied up. And the native of Tel Aviv, Israel, wins a free kick, Michael Chalaka.
Good body work there by Chalaka.
Here's Kroll. Kroll keeps it ahead. Gebhardt brings it in. Over Madison's all-time appearance leader in Gebhardt. Carrera Garcia hangs this up towards Garcia. Still battles for Nuhu the save. What a stop as he turns away Chris Garcia.
was shaking his head saying, no, you're not going to beat me from there, mate. Took this one a little while to come down. Garcia did well to keep with it. Split the defenders. Nuhu did a good job of coming off his line and narrow the angle. Down quickly as he always seems to do.
Stellar stop by Nuhu, who got his start as a goalkeeper at 11 years old. The regular goalkeeper on his youth soccer team did not show up one day. So the coach said, hey, I need a defender to fill in. Nuhu, you're the tallest guy in the team. Go between the sticks. That was the start of his goalkeeping career. And here he is, 6th year with Union Omaha. And those fans you see on the screen absolutely love that man.
It's also how referees normally end up starting refereeing, because, hey, we don't have a ref, can you...
Hey, you have to start somewhere. Here's Gebhardt, a bit of green to work with. Forward Madison's all-time appearance leader. Gebhardt trucks his way forward. Chris Garcia. Dorado now.
Gebhardt. And Nico Brown and acres of space on the left. There was only one thing on Derek Gebhardt's mind, and that was tying Christian Cheney. The all-time goals lead. He scored again tonight, Christian Cheney for Charlotte.
Cheney, one of the departures this offseason for forward Madison. Still impressive forward options for forward Madison. Garrett McLaughlin, Juan Galindres, both available as substitutes. Both guys top 4 in the league history in career goals.
Yeah, both very different strikers. I just think we could see them paired up at some point soon.
Lovely ball for Gebhardt. Gets there first. Gebhardt sneaks one across. Owusu, unconvincing clearance. Chris Garcia. Viader finds Brown. Brown pulls it out for Garcia. Garcia, central! Nuhu watches it over the crossbar. Dorado had to go, took a deflection.
His teammate blocked the shot, Jake Kroll. I think stopped this one from going in. Just this lovely little shoulder shimmy here by Chris Garcia, a little fake and go. That really opened things up. Might have been going in if not for Jake Kroll. You can see hands to the face. They get a good look from this angle. Oh, man, might have gone inside the post. Nuhu was nowhere. Getting across to that one.
And we'll say it last came off of Union Omaha, so a corner kick for forward Madison. Viader, in swinger, takes a hop, headed central. Brown settles and strikes and sends it into the flock. Nice catch.
2 hands, I should always do it.
Maybe that man has a future as a goalkeeper as well. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all of your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Tom Casciato looks on. His squad, 1-0 edge. 2-time Coach of the Year in the league. This is his first head coaching job. And what his 3rd season leading Union Omaha. What an unbelievable job he has done in charge of the Owls.
Served his time as an assistant. Quality spots. Job he's done in League One. Other than the goal, it's been a bit of a frustrating first half. His team really haven't been able to get going downhill in that final third.
Direct ball to Shipman. It was interesting speaking with Tom Casciato just about performances have been good. We just have to turn those performances into goals and clean sheets.
So one of those things that you're hoping when you get the one, either the clean sheet or the 2 or 3 goals, that then it's going to be followed by more. There's a chance here.
Our own Gomez into space. Gomez blasted well off target. Aaron Gomez second season with Union Omaha. We'll take a look back at our Dairyland replay.
Just got that one. A relatively quiet first half so far.
He's still seeking his first league goal. He did net 2 in U.S. Open Cup play. Somebody who played for Dom Casciato with El Paso Locomotive at the USL Championship level when Dom was an assistant coach for the club. Now, how about this? Not sure how Union Omaha kept possession of that, courtesy of Wooten. He does win the free kick.
Good advantage played there by referee Kalea. Players are saying, perhaps did he get enough of an advantage and almost completed the pass? Now, fourth official getting it from the other ear.
Good step. Wooten got a toe on it. Ors Navarro. Lovely through ball. Flag stays down. Ors Navarro pops it central. Gomez tried to backheel it. Stays on it. Pulls it out for Martinez. Ors Navarro again. Chalaka can't clear. It's Akoff with space. And it's saved by Burn Shipman.
John Murphy took that shot pretty hard there and down as a result. We'll see it right here. Ooh. A good half chance there, just couldn't get either side of Shipman to threaten finding the back of the net. That was one of the first real defense splitting balls we've seen tonight. You've seen those players getting behind. So it's Carrera Garcia getting my blonde hairs mixed up.
Few of them have it. Garcia, Carrera Garcia, Murphy.
Chattanooga Rebels back in the day. Garcia trying to walk that one off. Just calling on the ankle. I would say Carrera Garcia, one of those guys that doesn't always appear on the stat sheet, but does that dirty work in the middle of the park so well.
Here's Damian Villader. Former Union Omaha man, leaves it wide for Garcia. Mel serves one up. Mel's ball sneaks through. Nuhu turns it away. Another threatening opportunity for forward Madison.
This was almost just sort of a hopeful ball in by Jake Kroll, especially when you're looking for a man with the stature of Nico Brown. He did a great job of wanting it more than Akoff and Owusu. Almost felt beautifully to him. Just split them. Well, had the spin on it, and that was enough to take it away from him and allow Nuhu to jump on it. He took him in the ankle on the way, though.
This is not a promising sign for Union Omaha. Nuhu hobbling.
I feel like he can just walk off here in the next 3 minutes. Yeah, other than the goal, it's sort of been the first half we all expected, I think, John. Bit of a stalemate. These teams cancelling each other out.
Very similar to what we saw earlier this season, though. That was a 0-0 draw. It took a half-field finish to break things open in this match. And Nico Brown and company find something in the dying minutes of this first 45. 1-2 brought in by Akoff.
Omaha with just the one shot on target. That's gone in. Madison with 4. They've had those half chances. The ball just hasn't quite bounced or fallen to them. Just gonna keep at it.
Villader. Chris Garcia. Villader again. Marked by Holt. Wooten steps in front. Here's Martinez. One goal already from that distance.
Rare transition chance.
Our own Gomez now. Gomez. Gomez! Just wide.
shot to send Burns Shipman scrambling, diving to his left, waiting to see if it was going to find that far corner. Certainly wasn't far away. Get a good look at it here from this angle. Maybe a couple of feet, if that.
Aaron Gomez still searching for that first league goal. He has started all 8 league matches.
Omaha with just 3 touches in the opposition's box so far. It tells the story of their recent form. Getting into quality scoring positions.
Casciato told us earlier in the week about his team's attacking struggles, said it's about getting more numbers forward, not relying on just one guy. He also wants to see the forward step up. And he did say if things don't change, changes will have to be made. We've already seen the addition of Pato Patello-Faz, signed yesterday. Here's Kroll. Chris Garcia. Murphy. Herrera Garcia. Chalaka now. Nico Brown. Brown. Ball is off of Martinez, and he's down.
Took that one in the head. That's why referee coming in, stopping this one. Make sure he's okay.
This will require additional medical attention.
Get the old test, the instant concussion test, make sure everything's okay. Certainly still feeling that shot. Got up. He managed to adjust himself to get up for the head of it. It was from such close range and hit with such venom. Clearly shook the cobwebs a little bit.
Understandably so.
Looking for it. The announcement of how much stoppage time we have at the end of this first half. We haven't seen it yet. I'm just waiting for Cello to get up. Seems to be all right.
This little hiatus may have also added some time. So both officials still making considerations. Still waiting on the board from the 4th official. Three minutes of added time as we wind down to this first half. The 14th minute goal by Chelo Martinez, the difference. And what a goal it was. Stoppage time brought to you by Just Coffee.
Fans might be heading for some coffee at the break to stay awake in this second half. Madison have had those chances, just the half chances, just haven't been able to convert them. Now just sort of chatting away. There hasn't been enough action for them to keep their interest on this pitch so far, but we mentioned Garrett McLaughlin, Aidan Macias, Juan Gilindres, and Zine Bartman, guys that can turn games around on the bench.
Akoff dangerously heads it back as Gebhard goes down. And Nuhu in no rush to put this back into play. Curious to see if we do see McLaughlin, if we do see Macias, 2 guys who have been out with injury, how long we do see them for. You know, McLaughlin has been training now for the last 2 weeks. Macias also available. He has not played since the Union Omaha match back on May 3rd. Here's Dorado. Dorado stays on it. Dorado marked by Milanese. Dorado turned away. Oh my! Gebhard could not finish. And forward Madison just can't break through in this first half. And Nuhu is down.
We have to wait till stoppage time for the best clear-cut chance of the half for forward Madison. Derek Gebhard really should be tied for the all-time goals lead. Take a look on this replay. Good work from Dorado with the spin. It's only more of a shot. It was only parried. Gebhardt just getting more of the shin, I think, on it. Top of the shoe. Almost easier to score than miss that one. See the reaction of the fans behind the goal. Still down. He's been in the wars tonight.
That's for sure. We saw him earlier, a few minutes ago. His lower leg getting some medical attention after that last chance by Derek Gebhardt.
This man with the wrestling mask behind the goal, John.
Well, the flock always comes prepared.
We'll see if he's still doing it when it's 90 degrees in August.
It's one of the things that Matt Glazer loves about these Forward Madison supporters. He said, rain or shine, win or lose, they come out, they're loud, steady presence. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN+. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings.
Worth mentioning here, Cole Jensen is the backup keeper. I don't think this man's going to want to come off though.
Did see earlier in the season there was a stretch where Nuhu did not play.
Yeah, he had a bit of an injury to start the season. Maybe a little bit to get him back to full health.
Hello.
These guys are still having fun no matter the score.
See how much longer we have in this first half. Maybe one last build for Forward Madison. Busted along, Milanese heads away. And there is the halftime whistle. We have played 45 minutes. A fairly cagey match, similar to what we saw earlier this season, except for one difference. The man you just saw, Cello Martinez, a half-field stunner of a finish. The difference in this match back in the 14th. But I'd say for the most part, Ross, about what we expected in this one.
Yeah, certainly a goal worth being the difference at the break. But yeah, much of the same between these two very evenly matched sides.
Halftime in Madison, Wisconsin, on the Isthmus. Union Omaha 1, Forward Madison 0. Stick with us. You're watching USL League One on CBS Sports Golazo Network.
Tomorrow isn't on the horizon, it's already here. At TrueStage, we've been building the future for nearly a century, empowering businesses to support their customers and members with what they need to thrive. Confidence in every step forward. With our range of simple and flexible financial solutions, we're not just ready for the future, we're shaping it, and we're helping you shape it too. Tomorrow isn't waiting, and neither should you. Learn more at TrueStage.com.
Come see how Dairyland fits your life. With affordable car insurance that fits your budget. And 24/7 customer service that fits your schedule. Even if you have coverage lapses or a bumpy driving history, we've got you covered. For 7 years, we land today.
This just in, Union Omaha Soccer is back at Warner Park. Whether it's the heart-stopping action, delicious concessions, or your Owls, the 2024 USL League One champions electrify the pitch. It's 311 night on June 12th featuring our Thrifty Thursday prices, so get in with our discounted tickets and $3 concessions. And don't forget to stay for the music. You don't just watch the action, you are the action, and we can't wait to see you. One city, one club, one means all.
Halftime brought to you by Just Coffee Co-op. Union Omaha leads Forward Madison 1-0. This rivalry match between these two USL League One squads is perfect tonight. Madison, Wisconsin. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule brought to you by Dairyland. Forward Madison goes on the road against league-leading Spokane Velocity. That'll be a big test for Mac Lazer's side. Then back at home for a couple of matches, Westchester 1 Knox at Texoma. A Texoma team in its first season that has started to turn the tides a little bit before Greenville Triumph come to town on July 12th. And some exciting changes for Forward Madison, including a brand new home kit. Let's take a look.
They come from everywhere. Supporters who know the thrill of victory. Their hearts beat for clubs across the globe, but there's a different kind of passion that's calling them back. These dedicated fans are returning to stand together, to cheer as one. It's time to come home.
Well, we showed you the standings earlier. We'll take another look at it. Spokane Velocity sitting atop the table. FC Naples just behind them. Impressive stuff for a couple of relatively new clubs. Naples in its first season, Spokane in its second. Forward Madison just below the cut line in 9th place. And Union Omaha, last place, the reigning champions, struggling so far this season, but leading 1-0 through 45 minutes in this match here in Madison, Wisconsin.
Yeah, Chattanooga with another win tonight, 2-1 there.
We'll have the second half for you coming up in a little bit. Some young fans taking in the action here in Madison. 1-0 Union Omaha in front over Forward Madison.
Wait, come back! Wait, come back, I need more help.
Take a load off it. Take a load for free.
Today we went to the beach and it was
Put the load right on me.
totally worth it. Stay 3 nights this summer at Best Western and get $50 off a future stay.
How does Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water keep you in the game? We always source our water directly from the natural spring to fuel every body, no matter how you like to move it. So whether you're chasing your goals or just staying active this summer, make sure to stay hydrated with Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Always bottled at the natural spring source.
Take a load off it. Take a load for free.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing.
Put the load
And it was kinda everything. Stay 3 nights this summer at Best Western and get $50 off a future stay.
Oh my goodness! Forward Madison finds the equalizer lane!
Fits inside, bang! Out in front, Westchester.
What a night. The masks are still out. Despite Forward Madison trailing on this warm night in Madison, Wisconsin, Union Omaha, a 1-0 edge brought to you by Just Coffee Co-op. Let's take a look at some news and notes from around the league brought to you by Best Western Hotels and Resorts. We may see another #1 play in SportsCenter, but it just happened again in the league. Kevin O'Connor's Olympico goal in the Jägermeister Cup last weekend, #1 on SportsCenter's top plays. Hey, don't call it a cup set. Jägermeister Cup now giving a chance to League One teams to beat championship squads. We saw it 4 times in round 2, and we'll see you on ESPN2. Lou City, Rhode Island on June 11th, Detroit City versus Westchester on July 26th. Both of those matches airing nationally on ESPN2. So let's go back a couple of weeks. Last league week, it was week 12, Ross. Look at the team of the week.
Yeah, Wallace Lapsley on there. Will we see him back in net the next Madison game after Brent Shipman's first half? Darwin Espinal, he's lived up to all expectations, as has JC Erbegon, continuing to do what he does. Jayden Onen, former forward Madison man, starting to get things going in Naples. A great finish there in his game last week.
Let's take a look at some of the upcoming matches that you can find on CBS. Later tonight, right here on the CBS Sports Golazo Network, Phoenix Rising versus Orange County. Should be a fun one out west, but look, a jam-packed slate of matches coming up right here on CBS Sports Golazo Network, and of course CBS Sports Network Forward Madison against Westchester on June 18th. So bookmark this page. Plenty of awesome soccer coming up. And we have plenty more soccer left to play tonight. Still 45 minutes left to go. Will we see one more chapter in this rivalry? Find out next.
Getting the exact vehicle you want is easy at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton. Come in and sit down with one of our sales professionals and build the Volkswagen you want. Pick all the features, order it, and then sit back and relax, knowing you're getting your dream vehicle. The best things in life are worth waiting for after all. Check out our selection online or in person. With new vehicles arriving every day, your perfect Volkswagen could already be waiting for you at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton.
I've always been a storyteller. I capture those beautiful moments, things other people miss. My health took an unexpected turn, but my care team put my needs in focus, designing solutions to support my ambitions. Now that's just a footnote in my journey, a small part of a story that's still being written. UW Health, remarkable.
Come see how Dairyland fits your life. With affordable car insurance that fits your budget. And 24/7 customer service that fits your schedule. Even if you have coverage lapses or a bumpy driving history, we've you covered. Contact Dairyland today.
The USL on CBS is presented by Best Western Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel partner of the United Soccer League. Our Just Coffee Co-op halftime rolls on. Union Omaha 1, Forward Madison 0. This immaculate night on the Isthmus in Madison, Wisconsin. 1-0 to score at the break. Ross, let's roll the tape.
Well, goal came early, and what a goal it was. It was a sloppy giveaway here in the midfield. A little bit of miscommunication. This is often where these goals come from. A giveaway, and then what a strike by Chela Martinez. Bernd Shipman was certainly a good distance off his line, but it was going to take something special to beat him. And special is what we got. 1-0 Omaha at that point. And we thought perhaps this would open things up. It didn't. Madison had a number of half chances in this first half. This was the first one. Lucas Dorado with a good first half in his first start for his new team. That was one of his couple of shots on goal. And here the ball through to Michael Garcia. We'll get on the end of it, split defenders, and the quality save down low to his left. Irish, he knew, and loving that ball just spins right back to him as well, without even hitting the ground. see Dion Akoff here with a half chance for Union Omaha on the turn. It does end up with him eventually on this one after Jose Carrera Garcia on the ankle. A misplay by Chalaka, and then this turn and shoot, but Shipman in the right place to claim that one handily. And a late chance here for Nico Brown. So this hopeful cross from Jake Krull. Brown getting to it. Once again, Rashid Nuhu in the right place at the right time, and this is probably the best chance. I was going to say, we didn't see that chance for Madison. This was a shot just wide. The best chance for Madison would come in stoppage time. We'll get to that in a second. Here it was. Derek Gebhardt on the end of this in the end after some great work again from Dorado. His shot is parried. Gebhardt's right there, 4 yards out. Couldn't keep it down and find the back of them. And there your halftime stats. See the shots very tight. The XG in favor of Madison. But the only stat that matters is that one at the top.
1-0 lead. Both teams about even in shots. The halftime stats brought to you by Rhyme. As we get set for the final 45 minutes of action here in Madison, Wisconsin. A first half that saw Union Omaha with a 1-0 edge through 45 minutes. And Ross, look at this. We see a change through 45. Welcome back, Aiden Macias, the native of London, his first appearance since May 3rd. And also a change for Union Omaha. Prosper Kasim heads on, his 4th appearance of the season. We'll start with Macias, Ross. He's a real game changer for forward Madison.
Yeah, both of these guys that can do special things in the final third. Look, both of these coaches looking to create some kind of spark going forward here. Obviously, especially Madison being 1 goal down at the half. Great to see Macias back in there. See if his creativity can unlock some things for the home team.
And for Union Omaha, Prosper Kasim, first year with Union Omaha, previously with USL Championship side Birmingham Legion, the all-time appearance leader for Legion, and his 2nd in career goals and assists. And away we go. 45 minutes left to play. The 16th edition of this USL League One rivalry. As fierce as you'll find them in this league. And that alteration brought to you by Festival Foods. Macias on for Jose Carrera Garcia. And again, Macias, his first appearance since May 3rd, came against Union Omaha. He's had success against the Owls in his career, his Forward Madison debut, and his first ever goal for Forward Madison, both against Union Omaha.
And as for Prosper Kasim, this is a guy who racked up the appearances and goals for the Birmingham Legion. Surprised he didn't land on somewhere else in the USL Championship, but nice little pickup. Only 28. Still plenty of life left in those legs.
The native of Accra, Ghana. He's a veteran player, made his pro debut back in 2013 with Ghanaian side International Allies. As this is lifted for Aaron Gomez. Gomez. Ostrom. Haven't said his name much today. Here's Schneider. Wooten. Back for Schneider. Martinez. Akoff finds Kasim, his first touch, and it's an abrupt one.
Speaking of Dion Akoff, he attempted just 4 passes in the first half. Something we're used to seeing from him. Getting those quality deliveries down the wing, get him a little more involved.
That has been Forward Madison's MO over the years. Him and Ostrom, we haven't seen any crosses from either one of them. Here is Charlie Ostrom. Rolls it through. And the flag is raised. Sergio Ores Navarro offside.
The traditional wave of the finger, which says, hey, I wasn't offside, you were wrong.
But does anybody ever think they actually were offside? So we've seen 45 minutes from both teams, Ross. What do you want to see differently from these squads over the final 45?
See some more quality in the final third, more devastating balls. I think we only saw one sort of through ball in that first half. Both of these teams playing very deep. That's a little better. That's much more like it from Gebhardt. A nice run. Woohoo is incensed at that decision. It certainly looked like he got a ton. And that's the kind of ball we need to see, those siding balls through the middle, opening things up, because both of these teams are so stubborn in the middle. It's going to have to take some quick ball movement and some more risky balls like that, some more creative chances. So let's take another look at it here. We'll see if he's right to be. Well, it looks like he got the ball, but it certainly went right through Gebhardt. We'll see from this angle how much of it got. Yeah, certainly a challenge with a lot of venom. So these days, just because you get the ball doesn't mean that you can't be held for a reckless challenge. And that's exactly what happened there with Owusu. A dangerous free kick spot given up by him. This one a little more centrally. Perhaps a chance for someone to have a crack here. Villader, we know what he can do with that left foot. Sets up perfectly for him on this side, but it would take something special to beat Rashid Nuhu.
Villader and Chris Garcia hover over it. Forward Madison searching for that leveler. Can it find one early in the second half?
We were quite prepared for a shot from these run-ups, but you never know. Perhaps trying to deliver one right on that penalty spot. Make Nuhu make a decision. Into the back post or something.
It is Garcia. Floats it in. Akoff heads away. Murphy settles. Kroll. Brown. Brown taken off of it by Gomez. Stays with forward Madison.
Madison fans will be disappointed someone didn't take a crack at that one.
Chalaka readies for. He does have the capability to toss this in long. Murphy. It's a low ball. It's out to Macias. His first touches of the night. Mel hangs one in. It's a gorgeous delivery. Owusu heads away.
Gebhardt's night tonight. It was a perfect height for him to at least throw a head at it. He tried to control it, bring it down. That's always risky business when you've got that many players within a couple of yards of you. If it's going to fall perfectly, just get a head on it. Not been Derek Gebhardt's finest night tonight, unfortunately.
Villader tangled up with Chelo Martinez, and a free kick won by forward Madison. Quickly back into play. Kroll. Here's Murphy. Gives it away. Here comes Gomez. Martinez. Finds Gomez. Kasim. Second half substitute, rolls it across. Who was it last off of? And it will be a corner.
Set piece floater. This was the chance. Gebhardt in the end here, they would recycle. Kroll chipping it in. Oh, they're back across. Now maybe just a little behind Gebhardt. He didn't really have much option other than to knock it down with the shoulder. Just overran him a little bit. Omaha came back the other way. Prosper Kasim with a teasing little ball into the box. Well defended once again by Chalaka. He's been effective tonight, as usual.
Corner from Chelo Martinez. The goal scorer back in the 14th. Shipman fists it away. Stays in the area. Owusu brings it down on frame, and Shipman brings it in.
Shipman got himself in trouble again. He didn't need to punch that. He had plenty of time. Nobody around him. He should have just claimed that. Almost cost him. Finally underway in Greenville, a 2-hour weather delay there.
A match that was moved to Clemson University.
Yeah, Naples have taken the early lead. Hendelon, who else?
Certainly had to be.
Some finals from earlier. Texoma with a big win on the road at Richmond. Chattanooga 2-1 over Portland, and Westchester Knoxville 1-1. Yellow card here. Take a look at this earlier chance. Again, not sure why Bernd Shipman decided to punch that instead of claiming. Owusu fell to him nicely, just poked it. In the end, right at Shipman. Didn't have to do much. There's the clumsy challenge there. I think it was Wooten on Aidan Macias. Second booking of the night for a space of 5 minutes.
Goes against Akoff. Here's Garcia. Space to send one in. Milanese ends it out of the area. Here's Aaron Gomez.
It's been open. Both teams looking to get forward quickly.
Wooten. Forward Madison able to retreat defensively. Akoff. Akoff again. He's been quiet thus far, and he gives it away.
Both of these teams very difficult to take apart with the tiki-taka stuff.
Here's Dorado leading the counter, plays it through for Gebhardt. Gebhardt brings it in. Derek Gebhardt centering feed for Garcia, headed away by Owusu.
It's more like it. Both teams throwing bodies forward now, and it's opening things up on the transition. They both had enough of this chess match. Play something more exciting.
I think for both fan bases, they have been looking for that excitement this season. Two squads who have scored just 7 goals apiece entering today. Of course, Union Omaha providing a boatload of excitement with that 14th minute goal by Chelo Martinez. Those moments have been few and far between this season. And a goal kick on the way for Rashid Nuhu.
Bob was looking for his options. Found Garcia, but Owusu there for the block. Nuhu was certainly in the right place as well to be able to claim that one if needed. Garcia perhaps should have used a little bit of the momentum of the ball and tried to go across goal.
Here's Kassim. One of 3 Ghanaian players in the pitch for Union Omaha. As Horace Navarro has it jarred away by Kroll, and a corner kick coming.
Good poke away by Jake Kroll, who's Austria won today, World Cup qualified.
There's Tom Casciano. He's from London, England, but also grew up supporting Italy. Actually, it was Italy's run to the final of the 1994 World Cup here in the United States that inspired him to want to come to the U.S. He came to the U.S., played collegiately at Limestone in South Carolina. Now coaching in the U.S. Italy lost to Brazil in a shootout at the Rose Bowl in the final. It was that moment that inspired this journey from London to the U.S. Owusu brings it down. He goes down. And Chalaka rolls it away.
We won't mention Italy's qualifying effort yesterday.
No, we certainly won't.
Well, that's as much as I'm going to mention about it. Not that I can say much about England today, John.
Well, I was going to say we certainly won't mention England in 1994 because England did not qualify for the 94 World Cup.
It was only my second summer here. We didn't make it. Yeah, I ended up spending the summer in England instead.
Such an exciting time of the year. International window, World Cup qualifiers, Gold Cup just around the corner, and USL League One. Full steam ahead. Akoff. Union Omaha getting ready to make a change. Chelo Martinez getting set to depart in favor of Brendan Knapp. Remember, this is Martinez's first appearance since the Forward Madison match back on May 3rd, so still working his way back to 100% fitness. Here's Here's Kassim. What a lovely ball that is. Ostrom plays one central. Wooten keeps it in play. Wooten, looking for the handball. It is not granted.
I think he's saying it's out of play first, but Prosper Kassim, that's what that man can do. A lovely little through ball around the back. Ostrom was there. It was a decent ball in. Zamara just couldn't get on the end of it, and then it was out of play first there before it hit the arm.
Just shy of the hour mark, this rivalry match, 16th all-time meeting between Union Omaha and Forward Madison. Forward Madison, 6 consecutive draws in league play entering tonight. That is a USL League One record for most draws in a row. Just 1 win of the season for the Mingos. Meanwhile, Union Omaha, the struggles have been evident this year. Just 1 win for the reigning champions. Trying to turn things around this rivalry night in Madison on the road.
As long as this game remains 1-0 in favor of Omaha, Madison might take another 1-1 draw at this point. John?
Certainly. Look, Forward Madison, yes, 6 straight draws, but unbeaten in 7 in a row. So glass half full, glass half empty, depends how you look at it. It's Brown, brings it in, goes at Akoff. Brown taken off of it. Stellar defending by Dion Akoff.
Just poking it away. He was caught out with an overlapping run that made up for it. I think Dion Akoff can do is make up ground in a hurry. We've got an Omaha player down in the center circle. Referee's going to continue though.
It's out of the reach of Chris Garcia. Now Union Omaha player. Of changes coming up for Forward Madison. We will see the return of Eric McLaughlin. And we were pondering this early if we will see Galindrez and McLaughlin play together. Your wish has been granted, my friend.
Yeah, certainly going to be a potent front 3 now.
Verity Souza also entering. Another former Forward Madison player, former Union Omaha player for Forward Madison. Was a part of Union Omaha's inaugural season in 2020 and its title team in 2021.
And Madison and Matt Glazer certainly smelling how this game was opening up. He's going to throw everything at it for this last half an hour here with this trio up front. McLaughlin, Gebhardt, and Galindrez.
Our changes brought to you by Festival Foods. Souza, Galindrez, and returning for the first time since March 29th, that match against Richmond, Garrett McLaughlin, the 2nd leading goal scorer in USL League One history with 31. We'll head back on the pitch. There's Juan Galindrez, who has the 4th most goals in League One history. You think back to last season with Christian Cheney on the roster. Forward Madison had 3 of the top 6 goal scorers in USL League One history in one squad.
Galindrez has certainly looked to pin Omaha back 3, back opening up space for McLaughlin and Gebhardt underneath. You'd think Gebhardt would drop a little bit behind Galindrez, and now here come Omaha with the responding changes.
Brandon Knapp heads on for Cello Martinez. Martinez, who departs with, at this point, the decisive goal and making his Union Omaha debut, Pato Botello Faz. His first time playing professional soccer since the end of the 2023 season when he played for Las Vegas Lions.
I thought we might see him tonight, perhaps not for close to a half hour. Listen, most of these guys, even when they're out of a professional job, they're keeping themselves in shape just in case they get that phone call. We saw Treasure and Bouillou signed by Charlotte today.
Knapp heads on his 7th appearance of the season, just his 2nd time coming on as a substitute. Schneider. Angling feed intercepted with ease by Kroll. So as expected, it will be Galindres spearheading this front three, but forward Madison forced to defend here. Ors Navarro in behind. Ors Navarro denied. Shipman the save, still danger, and that is just over the head of a leaping Wooten.
Brent Shipman with his first big stop of the night. And a monster one it was. Navarro was through on goal. Shook off the challenge of Chalakin. Shipman made himself big, almost snuck right underneath him. I think just got enough of him, his undercarriage, to stop that shot. We'll take another look at it here. Big stop in the end. And the German.
He is from Germany, but he does have experience with the Philippines national team. Actually, the goalkeeper kits this season are inspired by the Philippines. Forward Madison has partnered with a local Filipino-American organization. 25% of all proceeds from the sales of those kits go towards that charity. There's Brown. The green kit that Shipman's wearing tonight features the national flower of the Philippines as Brown dashes in behind. Nuhu the save. Schneider clears. Both teams, Ross, knocking at the door these last couple of minutes.
It's been a fun second half. I'm not sure how much Rashid Nuhu knew about that. Got a touch on it and then hit the post. Wasn't much space between him and that post, but it almost snuck in there. Yes, looking for that equalizer now.
Here's McLaughlin. His first touch since March 29th. He's been out with a lower body injury. Macias. Fluttering ball. Souza gets there. Verity Souza sprays one across. Owusu did just enough defensively. But it will be a corner.
Look at this chance from Madison. Lovely ball flicked in. Nico with a lovely first touch. Yeah, I don't think Nuhu got a touch on that. He was well beaten. Sosa with the nifty footwork to open space up for him. Good left-footed crossing, just on the wrong side of McLaughlin. Owusu there to knock it away.
Canopy Wealth Management corner kick. Owusu again heads it away. He's been a menace at the back today for Union Omaha. With 3 Ghanaians on the pitch, a proud footballing nation in West Africa. Him, Owusu, him, Nuhu, and Kasim, all from Ghana.
Madison turning up the pressure here. Equalizing goal. Certainly put money on them. If they did find that goal, to find another one. It's been all Madison here in the last 10 or 15 minutes.
Up to head, McLaughlin nods it down, but he was offside. The USL and the CBS Sports Network kicks off on June 18th with the League One matchup. Forward Madison takes on newcomer Westchester SC at 8 p.m. Eastern. Catch all the action on the CBS Sports Network on Wednesday, June 18th. Westchester, one of 5 newcomers in USL League One, the most new teams in a season in League One history. Just shows the continued growth of USL League One. I've been so impressed, Ross, by some of the performances we've seen from the first-year clubs. You think of Naples in second place, even Texoma, who had that really rough start to the season, has now rattled off 3 wins since then.
Yes, Dom Cassiano about it, because his previous 3 League One games before this one were all against new teams, and he said, yeah, Naples with the great setup of the stadium. Kasim smashes one over. Portland are building a strong and committed group. He said teams are coming into the league doing things the right way, which is key both on and off the field, obviously. As we've seen with some teams over the last few seasons, struggling on one or the other, or both.
Whistles up, he's taken down. You happen to see the Portland promotion, the tattoo promotion.
I did.
They offered to pay up to $150 of somebody's tattoo if it was Portland Hearts of Pine related.
I do love their badge. I'm not sure if I love it that much. Somebody may, though, up there,
yes.
Especially. Love that promotion, though.
It is unique, that's for sure.
Something that Madison would do.
Yes. These two teams forward, Madison, Union Omaha, two of the most notable brands in League One. Union Omaha, the most successful club in the league, 2 league titles, including last year winning the championship. The only team to win multiple league titles in USL League One. Forward Madison, it's been a slower rise, but last year getting to the semifinals. Much of that same team back this season. Well, they've been injury plagued, but guys finally coming back tonight, in fact, including that man, Aiden Macias, to break it up.
Two of the most involved fan bases as well when it comes to community staff, social media interaction. He's putting the hard work in.
Absolutely. The flock here in Madison, the Parliament down in Nebraska.
So do have other supporters groups within the clubs as well. It's great to see, no matter where you live, finding a group to get together with and watch the away games especially. We saw a lot of Omaha team fans make the travel, make the trip here in Madison. We saw them celebrating that first goal earlier.
Lindres battles for it, couldn't get there.
Lindres, he does like to throw that frame around.
Martinez, goal scorer back in the 14th. And it's a goal that I promise you will see later tonight on SportsCenter's Top 10.
Seeing it certainly being thrown around on socials already tonight, and there are those Omaha fans enjoying themselves as they should. They haven't had the much fun over the last 15 to 20 minutes. They've been under the gosh. Still with that 1-0 lead. There's a hook over the shoulder.
Gephardt tied up.
Gephardt will know that this game really should be at least 1-1. He missed that glaring one right before the break. Casiano asking what that was for. Hook over the shoulder for sure.
Lindres sneak it through. Kasim the takeaway. Here comes Brandon Knapp. Rolls ahead. Pato is offside.
It's going to be one of those things when you haven't played in a while, part of a new team, timing your runs, being on the same page. He was only announced yesterday, but he could well have been training with the team for a couple of weeks.
28-year-old has 28 professional goals. Signed a 25-day contract yesterday with Union Omaha. Akoff gets their first.
Call that a show-me deal, I think, right, John? Show me what you got here in this month.
Exactly, especially for a team that has been lacking up front this season. Free kick awarded to forward Madison inside the final 20 minutes of this rivalry matchup.
It's been a much more entertaining second half. The teams really made a decision at the break to come out and try something at least.
Murphy and Kroll hover over it.
Just try and get this one into the mixer, cause some havoc.
It is Murphy, powers it in. Murphy's ball, unscathed, goal kick.
Making that back post run. Coaches all the time telling me how many goals are scored at that back post, no matter where that ball's coming in from. Somebody make a back post run. You never know where you might find yourself.
Burn Shipman, who has made a handful of impressive saves that has kept his Forward Madison squad in this one. Looking to stay unbeaten for an 8th straight match. 6 of those last 7 results, draws. Souza tied up. And that is about as easy of a whistle as Mohamed Kalea will have to blow all night.
A beautiful bit of defending by Ostrom. Initially, like Souza might get the better of that duel. Ostrom got his body, between the ball and that man. Of course, the takedown.
Souza, one of the 6 Forward Madison players who previously played for Union Omaha. In fact, his last league goal came with Union Omaha back in 2021. The 13th year professional out of Kinshasa in the Democratic Republic of the Congo.
Rashid knew his finest moment.
Great to see a mishap like that from one of the all-time great keepers in League One. Mel. Brown. Murphy. Murphy lifts it out of the reach of Galindrez. And as we near the final 15, changes on the way. Ryan Jiba will head on for his 3rd appearance of the season, replaces Sergio Ores Navarro, a defensive alteration for Union Omaha. And Azim Bartman heads on for Derek Gebhardt, brought to you by Festival Foods.
Industrious night for Derek Gebhardt. He's worked hard, but maybe going to sleep thinking of that miss in first half stoppage time this evening. Azim Bartman coming on now, making it, as you can see, making some tactical changes. Things around a little bit. Omaha try to hold on to these 3 points over the last 15 minutes.
Jiba, that was his first touch.
Jiba's been dealing with some injury issues here this season. Hasn't been able to break into the starting lineup as a result. Chance here to show Tom Cassiato what he can do.
He played in the opener against Greenville Triumph and then did not play again until last match 2 weeks ago against Naples. Played 10 minutes as a substitute in that match. He'll get a little bit more run in this one. His 2nd stint with Union Omaha. And here is Ryan Jiba. Jiba to keep it in play. It does head the other way.
Looking for the foul, perhaps. There was a good bit of contact, but some fair contact, I think.
Holstrom just it away. There's the shifty Aiden Macias, who runs into a brick wall and gives it away as Schneider goes down.
Some valuable seconds off the clock.
Holstrom will send this in. He does have 3 assists this season, which is joint 2nd in the league. He has assisted on 3 of Union Omaha, pardon me, of their 5 non-penalty kick goals this season. Holstrom. Delivery headed away. Off the volley! Shipman to save! Oh my! Pato, point blank, out wide.
A strike and a good save by Shipman, and Pato finding himself in the best position you could imagine. But the finish just wasn't there. Man, as we mentioned, who hasn't played at this level for quite a while. Actually, it showed on that attempted finish there. Strike. Wooten. One way to open your account with a new team, that would have been for Pato, as that's going to be a yellow card. John Murphy.
He has been booked.
First touch got him in trouble. Oof, that could have been more than just a yellow. The challenge on Pato was even worse than the challenge on Schneider. It's up on the lower leg. Murphy Jr. perhaps lucky to still be on the pitch.
Ostrom will send this ahead again. Ostrom, easily disposed of, comes out to Brown. Can't quite catch up to it.
He's not going to put up with any time wasting. That's what he's saying right now. Knows what the 3 points would mean to this visiting Omaha side.
Here is Spatello Faz. Pato stumbles and lost it. Here's McLaughlin. Oh, Madison struggling to break through this Omaha counter press. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus, your live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. Souza muscled off of it by Jiba. Throw for Madison inside the final 10 minutes. Is there anything this Madison team can do differently, Ross, to try to generate something a bit better than what we've seen from them so far?
Just quicker decision making and some movement off the ball. We saw it early in the second half, but Omaha played their way back into this game in the second half. I should say, over the last 10 or 15 minutes, slowed the pace down. Haven't been able to maintain possession either, John. That's the key thing. You can't score without the ball. You just haven't been able to keep it when they get into that middle third, giving it away far too easily. Lindres and McLaughlin have been lonely figures up there. You've got to get the ball quickly to them, whether it's back to goal or on a run. McLaughlin, great with those behind the defender runs, but these Omaha defenders love to play that deep three. Keep everything in front of you. The fullbacks do the pushing. See, they're pinning them back now. The press.
Free kick awarded, and as intriguing as it was to see Galindres and McLaughlin both brought on at the same time to play alongside each other, neither one of them has been involved whatsoever. Brown.
Get ball going the other way, going backwards. Isn't going to help you much. 8 minutes to go. It's a bit pedestrian. There we go. It's a little more like it.
Souza could get there. Galindres does secure it. Galindres stays on it, goes down. No whistle.
Omaha's going to be quite happy to see Galindres getting the ball that far out with his back to goal.
Souza. Murphy. Diagonal ball headed away by Akoff. And Wooten flicks it away. They wave it off. And it will be a throw for forward Madison.
Yeah, I think Wooten knew he was never going to get to that ball. Took the challenge and went down looking for the foul. Didn't get it. Chance for Madison, get in the danger area. Give these fans something to get excited about here.
I've seen 5 shots on target for forward Madison. 9 combined in this match, certainly better than the 2 combined we saw when these squads squared off earlier this season. McLaughlin goes down. Free kick coming.
It's a clumsy challenge for Makoff because McLaughlin wasn't in a particularly dangerous area. It was obviously deep. See here, it was almost going to go out of play. It wasn't much he was going to do. That was the last thing Dejan Akoff should have been doing. It's this half a pound dish out in front of Galindres, but not his forte here, dribbling. It was never the reaction by Marco Milanese told the story. Get up. No chance here to make Dejan Akoff pay for that decision.
This amounts to a short corner, and it's John Murphy Jr. Murphy, curling ball, headed away. And that is a tackle. Wrong football.
But a great foul. One of the best fouls we've seen tonight, John.
Much needed foul, otherwise Kasim would have been the other way.
This corner here. Just a poor touch in the end by Sosa that led to the foul. And I'm not sure what the Omaha players wanted. They're certainly not going to get dogs over from there.
So a yellow card against Parody Sosa.
Equipment change out of shot here. Assistant referee getting a new flag.
Well, that's important. Inside the final 5 minutes. Union Omaha minutes away from hanging on to a much-needed 3 points.
As we expected, it hasn't been the prettiest of affairs other than the goal.
Jiba dispossessed. Ostrom wins the header. Second ball stays with Union Omaha. Finally booted away. Union Omaha winless in 5 in a row. Its longest winless streak since 8 in a row to end the 2022 season. A stretch that the Union Omaha faithful probably wish I did not just bring up as Galindres brings it in. He goes down.
Yeah, nothing there, Galindres. The double team was trying to split it. The Omaha players just stood their ground and Galindres just ran into them. You can see what he was trying to do. Not the paciest of forwards. It's unlikely to win that split unless he did it physically. Let's have a look at it here. Good work back by Akoff. Good physical battle by Milanese. Doesn't lose many of those.
The Owls minutes away from pulling out this rivalry result. The 14th minute goal by Chelo Martinez, a half field goal at that, the difference so far. And that was actually Union Omaha's first goal inside the first 30 minutes of a match all season. And what a goal it was, and what a win this would be for Dom Casciato's side. He's a man who we've seen in years past. You look back to 2023, overcoming a slow start to that season. They won just 2 matches through 12 to start the 2023 campaign. Ended up winning 17 out of the final 20 to end the regular season. Souza sneaks it central. Bartman pops it across and wins a corner. Corner brought to you by Canopy Wealth Management, who is donating $50 to Forward Madison FC's mini pitch fundraising project for each home corner kick taken by Forward Madison.
Chance come out, trying to inspire their team to an equalizer here with under 3 minutes remaining.
Ball in from Jay Kroll. Who else but Owusu wins it?
He's had a great night in the back tonight, Owusu. Always seems to be around the ball. I mentioned that, oh, careful.
Newton taps it ahead. Kasim couldn't get there.
Omaha do have a short week with a home game against Greenville on Thursday. Play again on Sunday against the trip all the way to Portland Hearts of Pine. 10 days off after that. It's 9 days off, I should say. Playing on Wednesday the 25th. The drums keep going into the night.
That home match against Greenville next Thursday. Probably have Dom Casciano saying, finally, just the second home match of the season for Union Omaha. The home faithful, one of the great home venues in this league, will get a chance to see the Owls in person. And red card, that's it. Faraday Sosa, who came on as a substitute, his second yellow, and he is done.
Just frustration getting to Sosa here. He just came in with it. He was always going to be second best into that challenge, timing-wise. Oof. He has a yellow card. He'll be playing twice on Sundays. Fortunately for Faraday Sosa, a short evening for him. And Madison's job now has been made even harder.
Just 27 minutes on the pitch tonight for Faraday Sosa. His night comes to an end.
Frustration has been the word tonight for Madison. It's enough quality chances to certainly, and half chances to certainly be in the mix for a point here, and it just hasn't happened. We'll finish this one with 10.
Ryan Jiba is the down Union Omaha man. You hate to see this for anybody, but especially somebody like Jiba who has battled injuries this season. Missed a little over 2 months between that season opener against Greenville and the Naples match back on May 25th. Did not play between those two fixtures. We've entered stoppage time. Still waiting to see how much longer we have to play.
This run will continue for that man.
Officials have determined there will be at least 7 minutes.
7 minutes of added time.
This red card, and the injury has taken at least a couple. Rashid Nuhu still with a bit of a limp in his walk after that earlier challenge. Hasn't had a ton to do in the second half.
Hasn't had to make any saves, in fact. 0 shots on target for forward Madison in the second half. Just 1 shot in all in the second half for the Mingos.
One of the frustrating things, you're down 1-0. Gotta create chances somehow. With 65% possession as well.
eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now.
Time tormented 2-0 win for Charlotte Independence there. Fabrice Ngah with a stoppage time goal to double the lead. So lost Luis Alvarez this week. Charlotte got some money for it though.
Certainly.
Sure.
It was counted as a historic transfer fee up to the USL Championship level. It's lifted ahead, Nuhu off his line. Coolly brings it in. With that win, Charlotte now tied atop the table with Spokane. Taken away by Bartman. 1-2 back for Nazim Bartman. Lovely interplay here. Bartman's cross blocked by Milanese. And a throw in coming.
It's been a very effective job by Mike Jeffries in Charlotte, all things considered. Basically almost a whole brand new roster, bringing in a lot of youth, and it's worked so far.
He brought in a man that forward Madison knows very well, Christian Cheney. He's continued his goal-scoring prowess in the Queen City. Throw in from Chilaka. Lofted ball, headed central. Brown brings it down, and Wooten taps it away.
Oh, the late challenge, didn't get it.
Here's Macias. His first match back from injury. Links up with Galindres, pops it central. Milanese laces it away. Bartman. Owusu heads it clear. He has been rock solid at the back today. And Union Omaha looking for his second, but Kasim is offside. Minutes remain. Union Omaha moments away from picking up its second league win. Madison searching for a 7th consecutive draw. He's 6 in a row already, a USL League One record. Two sides who have struggled to generate chances today and all season.
With the changes Matt Glazer's made it. Madison offense just continues to be toothless. 1-0 at home. They haven't threatened Rashid Nuhu much at all in the second half.
Omaha got its goal back in the 14th, courtesy of Chelo Martinez. Ship lifts it ahead. Comes down to Galindrez, nods it on. Galindrez. McLaughlin cycles it. Chested down, half volley. Nuhu easily brings it in. First shot on target of this second half, and it was John Murphy Jr.
Bounced up nicely for Murphy. Good contact, but far too central. The trouble news, we've got an Omaha player down with a cramp. That Glazer stopped the game, so the trainer coming on now. Owusu will have to come off here. Yeah, that's what the referee, because Galea is saying, stop the game for you, now you got to get off. I don't think it was a chance. It was a lovely chest down. There's some traffic in front. Who saw it well though.
So Owusu off the pitch for the moment.
You knew who playing referee, saying I think on you come. Doesn't want to see that ball and play without his key central defender, and rightly so. Some frustrated Madison fans making their way out here.
Chris Bartman knocks it ahead. Bartman dashes after it. Milanese rolls it out. Still life for the Mingos. This rivalry match coming down to the wire. Bartman serves it in. Bartman's ball! Nuhu the save!
You're saying that. Often saying I got there before Nuhu did. Replay here. It was a lovely teasing ball in by Bartman. You can tell from that angle there may have been a bit of contact on Nuhu from McLaughlin. Maybe we will from this angle. He perhaps tried to knock it out of his hand, not intentionally.
Hoping for a hand of God moment, perhaps.
Oh, don't mention. It's traumatic for folk.
Throwing it away for Union Omaha. Did have a couple of stoppages in stoppage time, so we will play beyond the 7 minutes. The question is, how much longer? Milanese, high ball, finally lands. Lockhart skies it away. And a free kick awarded McLaughlin. Culprit.
You can tell from Garrett McLaughlin's reaction there, he was trying to get away with it. The old coach pointing at the watch.
Manese, as expected, just drives it towards the corner. Strom taps on. Clearly a handball. Omaha.
One last chance here, perhaps, for the Mingos.
Shipman will launch this ahead, but that ball is certainly further up the pitch than where it should be.
Very good. He's had a good game tonight. Hasn't missed much. So a deserving red card for Ferretti, so didn't have to make a tough decision on that one as the Omaha players. Asking how much longer is this game going to go on for? It's 2 extra minutes now. That may do it.
That is it. A rivalry win to Union Omaha. A much needed 3-point result, and Dom Casciato and company leave Madison victorious, 1-0 the final.
Yeah, monster 3 points for the visitors. They made hard work of it. A goal deserving of any victory. Marcelo Martinez is the difference in this one, and Dom Casciato, once he's calmed down, will enjoy the trip back.
1-0 the final. Let's take a look at the play of the match, Ross. I would dare to say this may be one of the plays of the season, in fact.
You can see him take a little look up, a little glimpse, and then took a second one and saw that Shipman was still off his line. That one's going to go down in USL League One history. But just another quality finish from 40-plus yards in the USL this season. The year of the long-distance banger.
Marcelo Martinez goal. It's his first of the season. And the play of the match brought to you by Dairyland Insurance. We'll put a bow on things after this. Union Omaha back in the win column. 1-0 the final in this rivalry match. Back after this on CBS Sports Golazo Network.
Tomorrow isn't on the horizon, it's already here. At TrueStage, we've been building the future for nearly a century, empowering businesses to support their customers and members with what they need to thrive. Confidence in every step forward. With our range of simple and flexible financial solutions, we're not just ready for the future, we're shaping it, and we're helping you shape it too. Tomorrow isn't waiting, and neither should you. Learn more at TrueStage.com.
1-0 the final score, brought to you by Dairyland. Union Omaha on the road. A much-needed result for Dom Casciato and company as we take a look at our man of the match. It's the man between the sticks for Forward Madison, brought to you by Festival Foods. Burn Shipman, a couple of saves to keep his team in this one.
Yeah, there would certainly be questions about the goal he allowed, but redeemed himself in the second half for sure with a couple of big saves.
Currently in the middle of this paper battle, him and Wallace Lapsley. Let's take a look back at the match that was, Ross.
Here's the one moment that everybody's going to be talking about. Giveaway in the midfield. Guerrero Garcia not in the right place or on the right page. Marcelo Martinez making him pay the best way possible. Yeah, Shipman's positioning perhaps can be questioned, but the finish cannot. It needed something special from there, as it normally does. Here was the chance Derek Gebhardt is going to want to have back. He might have nightmares about this one tonight, 4 yards out. And somehow managed to put it over the bar. Certainly looked like it would have been a lot easier to score. Nuhu with an unfamiliar fumble. This was the big save that earned him the man of the match. Shipman just got him on the inside of the thigh. That was enough to keep it out for Moise Navarro before he left the proceedings. And then we would have one final chance for Madison. Bartman with the cross in the end. Darren Bluffin was called for the foul. Perhaps knocked it out of Rashid Nuhu's hands, but disappointing night once again for Madison. Just not enough of a response after going down 1-0. Take nothing from this match.
The 1-0 win, picking up its second league win of the season, a much-needed win at that. And no better time to try to right the ship than in a rivalry match. That is exactly what we had tonight. Union Omaha on the road ends its 5-match winless streak. The 1-0 victory for our entire fantastic crew, my broadcast partner Ross Davenport. I'm John Gross saying so long. This has been USL League One on CBS Sports Golazo Network.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.
Earlier this season, he said he thinks at this point.
He's Mr. Union Omaha, that's for sure. One of those guys that every year you wonder, hey, is he going to take the step up to the next level? But obviously loves living in Omaha and playing for this squad.
Oh, well, this could be something! And oh my goodness! It's another midfield goal in USL League One. And it's Cello Martinez in his return to Madison against his former club.
What an early goal. What an early goal we got, John. Has Brent Shipman not been watching USL highlights this season? How many times have we seen goalkeepers get beaten from distance? This was a good 45+ yards. And it had to be a superb shot to beat Shipman because he was back there in a hurry. Just too well struck by Cello Martinez. We knew he might be the difference maker tonight, but not in that fashion. Word. Stunned the crowd here at Bree Stevens.
Audacious, ambitious, but it's precise. And Cello, earlier this season, he said he thinks at this point, Rashid Nuhu may be more important to the club than the Owl himself.
He's Mr. Union Omaha, that's for sure. Those guys that every year you wonder, hey, is he going to take the step up to the next level, but obviously loves living in Omaha and playing for this squad.
Oh, well, this could be something. And oh my goodness! It's another midfield goal in USL League One. And it's Cello Martinez in his return to Madison against his former club.